And you'd be like, alright, day in the life, let's go. If I were to be chosen to return as a community advisor, I think I could bring a lot of experience to my staff as well as to my LAC team. As an RA, I've experienced what it's like to be on a staff, and I think that the community advisor has a really unique opportunity to bring their staff together through the way that they support their staff. So as a community advisor, one thing that I would make a priority would be to invest in my staff and to intentionally seek them out and have one-on-ones with them and spend intentional quality time with them to get to know them better, because I think it's very important that the community advisor is not only facilitating community within the freshman dorm, the freshman building, but within the staff that is serving the freshman students. To my LAC team, I think I could also bring this aspect of unity and community building. My freshman LAC was so important to me. Those group of 10 individuals are still friends that I talk to today and spend time with, and I think that that was a huge game changer for me my freshman year, was having a place to be a leader and to learn how to be a better leader alongside other peers of mine that were in the same boat, trying to do the same thing. So as a community advisor, I think that I could bring this aspect of not only empowering my LAC students to be leaders on their hall, but empowering them to build relationships with one another. Times of failure, I feel like, are a little hard for me to articulate, because I think sometimes what I see as failure may not be in actuality failure, and other times what I may not think is a failure actually maybe was a failure. But I think just overall in attendance to events, I think that's something that I've either not had enough hands to help me out with things, or other things come up with residents in life and I'm not able to prepare adequately for hall meetings or for events. And I think through those things I've learned the importance of being diligent with my time and saying no to things and saying yes to my girls and to making them a priority. So I think that's definitely something that has been a hard lesson to learn, but in how to say no to things so that I can fully invest myself in the things that I put together for my residents.
So Crystal's been a really big part of my transition here at APU, and she's just always been so encouraging and reassuring, and I really appreciate all the advice she's given me.
I'm from 2,000 miles away and I live in Indiana, and from day one Crystal's been here and she's acted, like our mother and older sister in the best way possible, and I know we all really appreciate the fun times we have with her and the meaningful conversations that we can have at any time of the day.
One thing that I have definitely learned during my time as an RA is the importance of giving myself grace. There's been great moments throughout this year where I've watched my girls thrive and watched them just really love this community well and really love one another well. And then there's been times where I have been so unsure if anyone is even connecting at all in the hall, if their attendance to events or to hall meetings. But I think there's a couple moments that I can remember as successful in my time as an RA. One being an event where my girls and I got dressed up and we went out to a nice dinner in Pasadena together, and it was just such a cool time of seeing them be confident in who they were with just each other and not needing it to be a guy event or an event with even another hall, but just with themselves. Was just a really cool time for me to see how they had built relationships with each other in just over the course of a few months.
I don't know, I just really, and I didn't really think about having an RA when I thought about college, but honestly it's been one of the greatest experiences, because there's always before you had friends, you had your hall and your RA, and she's always there for you no matter what, and she can't really run away. So Crystal's just so amazing, and I really enjoy being on this class.